Okay, I might as well just say this now. Yeah, Eric, that was all staged to get you to come on the show and do everything you did by both Jay and I. So, surprise.
And do everything I did, which, what, embarrass you? If it was staged, why weren't you ready? Why didn't you have your receipts ready? All the stuff that you can call me out on, that you say that I do and lie about and hide and deny, why didn't you have it all ready? If it was staged, don't you think that you and Jay would have had the receipts out already? If you go and you watch the second time I came on, just listen to him. Tell me if this is somebody that was scripted. Because if this is scripted, he's a dumbass. Because look, he even admits he wasn't ready.
Was the fucking context that he said it in. I don't really fucking give a shit. But
here we go.
This is the same guy that how many fucking times have I asked him to come on? He comes on out of nowhere. And I know why he did that yesterday. You know exactly why he fucking did that.
Yeah, I was invited on. That's why I did it. Okay, I was invited on. But if you're ever here saying, "Oh, you know exactly why he did that," you know why? I thought you said it was bait. I thought you said it was bait, Rich.
It's because you knew I wasn't ready for anything.
So if I knew you weren't ready for anything, how was it bait? This guy's claiming that I knew he wasn't ready for anything, right? So then how was it scripted? How was it fake? How was it bait? Make that make sense, Dickers.
He knew I wasn't going to have all my fucking clips up and and all that shit. So he came on here, and I still had points that I had to go fetch them.
He didn't have any points. You know how many people were like, dude, you destroyed him, you buried him, you torched him. And you know what? It's fucking hilarious, all right? It showed that you're not ready to squabble.
And this is exactly what he does. I can't fucking stand these bastards, dude.
It's bait, guys. This is bait.
It's the same shit with them over and over and over again.
So we're all being led to believe that Dickers, who wasn't ready with any receipts, baited me and knew I was coming on, and it was all scripted. Sure, Rich. You're lying. You are fucking lying. It doesn't matter how much you try to lie and tell your dents and everybody on the internet that it was bait to get me on. You still don't look good. You didn't look good at all in this. The fact that you think you have a W is ridiculous because everybody's laughing at you. I literally had messages from people laughing about how flabbergasted you looked.
I'm not kidding. We baited him to come on the show. Everything I was doing there, the anger and the screaming, that was all an act, dude. I swear to Christ.
Water.
Maybe you knew that Jay was going to try to get me to come on the show eventually. I know he was telling you on that episode, I'm calling Eric, but you weren't privy to how many times I was contacted and asked to come on. And even if you were, again, you still didn't embarrass me. You still didn't do anything to expose me. You didn't have your receipts ready. You look like a clown.
It was a crawl of an act. You fucking idiot.
Look at this cope. Look at that cope.
It really was. I'm telling you, it really was. And we got you. We got you on the show, son.
Okay, you got me on the show. You still embarrassed yourself.
Oh, man, he's going to have a cope session over this.
What's there to cope about? That you're the one coping?
Don't believe me? Ask Jason. Ask Mr. Hoofed. That was all to get you. Don't you think I wanted you on the show? But I was going to play like, no, but dude, he comes on, I'm out.
Okay, where were your receipts ready, though? All the stuff that you have to call me out on, where were the receipts, Rich? Exactly. You're full of shit.
And here you are. You're fucking, then you made a 30-minute video about it.
And you watched the 30-minute video, so you gave me watch time and ad revenue and free plugging. You literally platformed me and advertised me for free. So who's the idiot? Yeah, you dedicated not one, not two, but multiple streams this past week. I literally live rent free. I literally live rent free for you. And you seem to think that me responding, me making videos is me being triggered or butthurt. It's not. It's milking you. I'm literally farming you. I went on your show and made content out of it. I'm making money off of you. I'm getting subscriptions. I'm getting donations. And you are just fumbling harder and harder and harder every day. And again, where were your receipts? If this was baited, if I'm led to believe that I was baited to come on, why weren't you ready for me?
I love it, man. Lolcow Tech Talk is fun. I'm glad I'm not quitting.
By the way, he did try to quit, and then he quickly turned it around because he saw he was having another meltdown.
If I'm not saying all this shit's going to be that. If I'm actually pissed off at something, trust me, I'll tell you. But this, I was like, let's get him on. Let's do it. Let's trick him.
How was that a trick? I came on and made you look like an ass.
And it happened. He's such an idiot. It isn't 4D chess. It's Eric. You could do 1.5D chess and trick him.
It would be different if he had me come on and expose me, showed receipts, embarrassed me. Instead, he was just crying the whole time. Literally, nobody outside of his dents thinks he looked good in that at all. Like, literally, everybody's laughing at you, dude. It would be completely different if you embarrassed me, exposed me, called me out on shit, but you didn't do any of that. You coward.
Flexing with it now, too.
Because you know why? You blocked me the very next day after the second time. So I won. He literally got so triggered he blocked me. After weeks of trying to get my attention on Twitter, guys, replying to everything, quote tweeting me, shit talking me, having me on his thumbnails, having me on his stream layout, making sound bites of me. When I came onto his stream and called his bluff that, hey, you weren't gonna leave, you're gonna stay here, he suddenly says that I was baited into it. That make sense. I was baited into coming on, but you're the one that blocked, and you're the one that's still triggered, and I'm the one that's still living rent free. Make it make sense, please, somebody.
He's flexing with it now too. He's flexing over something that was staged. It was.
And if it was staged, are you saying that Lolcow Live stuff and Lolcow Tech Talk is all scripted? Is that what you're saying? Because if you scripted, why didn't you script yourself winning against me? That's what I want to know.
Staged. Yeah, I'm not Becky, motherfucker. I can actually act.
No, you can't. You're literally coping. If you were to see the DMs that I had asking me to come on the show, your feelings would get hurt and you would probably quit again.
Then I was like, wait, should I tell them at the end, or should I, like, no, if I tell.
See, when he starts to talk a lot and do this like laugh and act happy, that's his give. That's when you know that he's full of shit. That like nobody's fallen for this. And get this, even later on in the stream, he tried to pass something that I'm a weird, creepy pedo guy that wants to see pictures of girls. When he was the one that brought up the Dropbox, I'm just like, well, bro, if it's bullshit, why don't you show the evidence? Like, prove to everybody that there's nothing in the Dropbox. If it's all innocent photos and stuff, what's wrong with showing it? But, of course, when you can't criticize somebody or argue back properly, you deflect and you avoid accountability and responsibility for yourself, which is also why he's claiming he baited me onto this show. And again, I'm making content off of him. He's still losing subscribers. He will be under 63,000 subscribers by the end of this month. And he's still sitting there coping. Now he has to get paid by Keemstar, who has his play button, and he's splitting revenue when he could have made 100% of it on his own channel. This guy is literally backed into a fucking corner still, and it's great. It is great. Rent-free all day long. Rent-free by the pants pisser, right? Is that what you call me?
Tell him now, I think I made the right choice. It'll make it funnier. It'll make it funnier. Oh my God.
That's cope.
This is great. This is great. And not only that, by the fact that people are kind of like, are you sure? Like, it means that I did a good job.
No, it doesn't. Nobody's bought into it. In fact, on my tweet about it, you're getting fucking destroyed.
I did a good job. Oh, Eric, you're a retard.
Who's the retard? The one sitting here going, I did a good job. I did a good job. Anyways, so yeah, that's his cope. If it makes you feel better to say that it was baited and that you were in on it, I'll let you stick with that story.